Hello, and welcome back to my 5-year plan playthrough of RP-1. Although I guess at this point it's more like our 5-year plan playthrough of RP-1.
I'm still just in the background as the peanut gallery. Occasionally I will help, but not very much.
So the deal that was struck with CMAF was uh, he didn't rat me out for reverting that flight as long as I start, which I was going to do anyway, start using his curl of cross feature uh, on the booster tanks. So
That's fair.
yes, it is. It's very generous. Given that I was going to do it anyway, I just keep forgetting. So let's see. We want enabled. Sweet, okay. Save those edits.
Surprised the saving edits reduced your
That's the fairing thing we saw last time.
oh, right.
Oh, which reminds me, if that's a change I need to make to proc fairings. Um, let's see. I need to cost the new pedal stuff. Because right now I think they're costed as stringers. Okay. All right. So we need to start making Mars probes.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that.
So
What's the TL on your tracking station now?
it's not the correct one yet, but I've got time to upgrade it.
Sure.
What dishes do we have in here that have these I think, yeah, this isn't actually better than 25.1. I'm pretty sure that that's worse
Yeah, I think that's worse.
than, yeah, because that's 2070. Okay. So we need to build a pair of Mars orbiters. Oh, here's a question. I don't have my Mars window set up. Why don't I have a Mars window queued?
Because you had the integration time queued.
Yeah, but okay. That could use some click-through blocking. Oh, wait, no, I did have the... What am I talking about? I did have it there.
Okay.
I'm just didn't notice that that's what that actually was. But I think My memory is that I want to 14,365. My memory is that I want to twiddle this around. Travel time. Let's go 250. What's that travel time? 282
We were looking at that last time
to 364.
to see if we could get your intercept to be closer to the Earth, but aren't you going to have good enough dishes now?
Yeah, no, we're fine now. So we want the cheapest insertion. Which looks like it is actually in the... That is actually the cheapest insertion.
Yeah. We were looking at a different Mars window last time.
Yes. All right, ejection inclination is 31 degrees, which is close enough to 28.5 that I don't have to worry about extra cost to orbit. Insertion inclination is 3.46 degrees. Meh. Insertion delta V all the way down to 100 kilometers. Well, no, actually, I think we want something like a 500 kilometer Aries. Let's try that. Because that did slightly change everything. Okay. So we want somewhere around 3,800 meters per second. Okay, we no longer need that. The question is, can we insert with 600 kilograms? My guess is no. My guess is no.
Why wouldn't you be able to insert with 600 kilograms?
Oh, well, sorry, yes, we'll be able to insert highly elliptical, sure.
Did you mean you want to get to a low Martian orbit?
I want to get low enough to do Phobos and Deimos flybys.
Sure, gotcha.
So, where's big old dish? There's the big old dish. Let's do some antenna planning. Ground station. Planning level is 4. Mars. Okay, so that's incredibly expensive to get. All right, so 81 bits per second. It's the best we can do, which is 10 bytes per second. At near, we have effectively unlimited bandwidth for the experiments we'll be running. Okay. Let's claim that we're entirely active for planning purposes. We can upgrade the solar panels a lot. Oh man, I've been flying with solar panels that were 2 generations out of date. Cool.
Well, not that it's mattered that much, but
well, it
made them more expensive.
Yes. Yeah, it didn't change the mass much, but it did. $160 funds difference, which is not nothing.
No.
All right. So at Mars, how much do you generate? Mars, you generate 20 watts each. Oh, at Apilan, you generate only 14 watts. And on Mars arrival, you only generate 11 watts at furthest distance. So we're gonna need more than just that, for sure.
Well, you should get all the experiments that you want on there. Figure out what the long-term power budget is for those. You want just different looking ones, or just looking for bigger ones?
I'm looking for stuff that is more easily able to be bigger.
Right.
Okay. So configure some experiments. Infrared radiometer is 21 bytes per second.
Only 7 days though, so.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair, but it's biome. This is 5 bytes. This is nothing, effectively.
Yep.
TV camera is
Day.
anything but nothing.
Yeah.
Since we're flying 2 probes, I guess we could put different instruments on each, or we could try to just put everything on both probes.
I mean, you're flying 2 probes for redundancy purposes, so it seems like you should put all the stuff on both, unless there's something you just like, or you don't really care that much about.
Hey Squirrel, hey no Mr. Bond. Hey Rocket Band Twitch. Yeah, I also need to figure out like I mean, when Mars is closest to Earth, then we can easily transfer all that data. So I think it's probably worth packing everything we can.
Yep.
Um, Infrared spectrometer, though, I think is ambitious. I think we'll probably skip that. Because that's 3.7 kilobits alone, and we only have 5 kilobits at closest approach. So we'll skip that.
I mean, over the course of a Martian year, you'd still get it done, I would say.
Yeah, probably. So rad 2. Oh yeah, we want to send a mass spectrometer. So I'll carry the micrometeorite detector and we'll take the mass spectrometer.
Yeah, my strategy in the past has been to slap all the ones on the outside that are easy to balance, and then put the ones that are hard to balance on the inside.
Rocket Band Twitch, the issue is not that given that I'm flying a Mars orbiter, I'm looking for a transfer that has low insertion cost. So my window is basically fixed. I can't, like, the conjunction class missions generally have higher insertion costs. And in fact, when we considered sending a Mars orbiter earlier, the insertion cost was too high because it was a conjunction mission.
Well, you don't need to necessarily get on his case. He doesn't necessarily know who he's giving advice to.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I screw up too. Like, it happens.
There's only certain screw-ups that you make, and
yes, I only make the dumb screw-ups. I tend to not make the smart screw-ups. It's like, I mean, it's like how on a math exam I'll do like amazing stuff and then add 2 and 2 and get 5, which I've literally done in a linear algebra class. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know there were part switcher options for that. I have to activate that just so I can get get it from here. Let's see what the wattage is on that. I wonder. I bet I can Kerbalism. I bet I can harmony patch Kerbalism to change its electricity display to actually be in scientific notation on watts, because that would make my brain no longer break, converting their like something EC a minute to actually watts and milliwatts and all that stuff. That would make life so much easier. Yeah, you want to make an RP-1 issue about that, actually?
Sure.
Thank you. Because I can't imagine it's going to be that hard. Because I'm sure they just have the central method for doing that I can just blow away. All right. So this thing is 15 bytes a second, which is, this alone will just about doubly saturate us at furthest separation from Earth. But
you don't have to always be worst case planning, though.
Yeah, it's only 30 days. EC cost $438 a minute. What the heck is that? That's actually 7.3 watts. Okay. So that's, you know, a lot, but nothing compared to our dish. No, Mr. Bond, I think I remember talking with God about that, and the idea there was to like have more player-friendly units, particularly in stock, because remember, Kerbalism was stock mod. Because, like, for example, if I'm summing up milliwatts and watts and kilowatts and stuff, like, you still have to do mental conversion in your head, like some level of conversion. It's just for me the SI conversion is easier than the hours, minutes, seconds conversion. But yeah, I think I remember having that conversation with Gott. I just don't remember what the actual reasoning there was.
Any chance that I should include in this issue the idea of patching the EC storage to be in kilowatt hours or something else?
Oh, well, it would. I mean, it's literally in kilojoules.
Right, I know,
but yeah, problem with kilowatt hours is that it doesn't, like, it's not directly comparable with watts. Like, ironically, you'd be better served with the Kerbalism display if we used kilowatt hours.
okay, fine. Then patch it to say joules instead of EC.
Yeah, we probably could do that. It's have to hit all the places in code where we display a resource name and all the mods where we're displaying a resource name.
Since it's an
It'd be
issue,
nice,
I'm just
though.
gonna put the suggestion in, but
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not do it.
Yeah, there's like, I mean, the nice thing in stock code is I can just blow through and find all the places where we actually print so the good thing there is if we actually rely on the localization of it, which hopefully Real Fuels does now, and whatever else, then the scope of what we actually have to fix is going to be broadly limited. It's just we also have to hammer Kerbalism too. But yeah, I mean, that's doable. It's a project for a rainy day, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice if that actually said kilojoules, because then wouldn't have to have the bot command.
Yep.
Well, we'd probably still have to have the bot command. Let's be real.
I mean, if you just patch in the text, you could just display as EC parentheses kilojoules.
Well, the issue there actually is, like, it's non-trivial because you have to know whether you're in a storage case or a production consumption case.
Fair.
Like, that's a can of worms. That is for sure a can of worms. We're thinking about, though. Okay, right. I was putting a thermometer, barometer, and a micrometeorite detector on this. Was what I was doing.
What do we have that produces EC rather than producing watts, though? Some of the life support stuff.
Oh, right. I already fixed the display for solars to be that way, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I mean,
I forgot that I did that in 1.2 in stock to actually support that.
Yeah. If solar is displayed in EC per second, then we wouldn't have this first discussion anyway.
Fair. Fuels. I wonder what fuel cells display as. Did I unlock fuel cells yet so I can tell? No. Yeah. Well, they're running a Kerbalism process, so I assume that. I mean, let's check. But my assumption is going to be
RTGs are EC per second. Just a mess.
yeah, because they're also a Kerbalism process.
So
yeah, this is. So yeah, on the Kerbalism side, I have to. Well, conveniently on the Kerbalism side, they're always rates, so we can display in wattage, and it just guess we'd say wattage there instead of electric charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Make an issue. Like, if I have a day or so, I'll do that, I guess. If I can persuade myself that that's how I should spend the day. But like, you're right that it's a royal pain, and I've just gotten used to it, so I miss the pain involved. And it is a confusion for new players for sure. All right, so that's 100 grams. Oh, I left that there. Okay. So that's 100 grams. Well, that's convenient. That's the snap position. Barometer is also 100 grams. Yes, also 100 grams. And honestly, it's almost tempting to add a science core just to contain all the other experiments so I don't have to deal with this.
Yep, it does make sense to do that sometimes.
And then there's this, which is
Again, why
2.2 kilograms.
My strategy in the past has been to balance the things that all have the same weights and then put the remainder inside the probe.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like that's broadly fair. But we'll do it this way. Okay. Why is it not centering? It's intriguing. Oh, I guess that's off center. That's interesting.
It is off center, yeah, that's weird.
Why? Oh, I wonder if the probe itself is off center.
No, wait, is the mass spectrometer off center? Because like if you look at where the go click.
Oh yeah, I guess it. So the gizmo is not centered, which seems weird. Well, we'll RCS build date it and see what happens.
Yeah, because the magnetometer looks like it's not centered either. Weird.
Yeah, but that one. Yeah, that one always looks weird. Engine. Yeah, no torque. Why the heck is it giving me sea level thrust? Oh, because of the weird stock delta V toggly thing, probably. But there's no torque, so we're fine.
Oh, that reminds me, you should take your RCS off poles and make them 17s if you have 17s, since you had too much authority and you don't need it for this anyway.
Yep. I don't think... Maybe we have 17s?
Mass sorting would help you out.
Yeah, we don't have 17s.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I don't remember ever creating them. Like, I could use the module or RCS thing, just try it out, but... Yeah, we don't have it. Oh, all this time I've been using the wrong things. Hmm. Yeah, I was using angled rather than orthogonal. Right. Cool. I'll just do it on caps lock, and that'll solve the problem. Okay. So
On
we're
caps lock, you're saying? Or
sorry,
what do you mean on caps lock?
because that'll decrease RCS thrust.
Oh, right, yeah.
All right.
Sorry,
So
disconnect. Yeah.
let's guess extend this out to the full 600 kilograms. Now the real question is, do I want to bother with more than 600 kilograms or not? Right, let's look at the wattage required by the various experiments. Oh yeah, but we need to shut down the avionics. All right, so it claims, weirdly, oh right, this is the one that I set to 50 watts rather than the next level up. That's why.
Mm.
Claims that we're using a little under 100 watts, and we have, well, the produced is a lie because it's based off Earth. But the relevant bit here is Mars. So that's 120 watts, give or take. We look out 100 days later or so. Okay, we're not decreasing that much at that point. Okay. And yeah, all right, that made our power situation marginally better. All right, I am satisfied. Track that. Track that. For this thing, I want to make sure this is on the right comms. No. That's an additional 20 watts that we don't need to burn. That just made our life better. Yeah. Cool. All right.
You also probably don't need 20 decibels on your UHF antenna.
That I don't think makes a difference.
Well, going down from 25 to 20 saves you a little bit of weight.
Oh yeah, I did gain a couple kilograms, I guess.
But going under 20 really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but down to 20 is fine. Yeah, because really we just need enough UHF to control post boost until we get one of the DSN over the horizon.
mm,
So now we can add more propellant, I think is what I want to do. Okay. All right. We're good. We're just under 600 kilograms. We have probably in actual practice about 1750 meters per second.
mm.
Maybe a little less. How much delta V do we have in the booster? Let's see. Oh, those are a little tight. All right, so they are now angled slightly down, which means we're not
Yeah,
going to
but
get our full.
5 degrees of cosine losses on solar is as small as 5 degrees of cosine losses anywhere else.
Right. Yes. Yeah, so we'll probably lose a few watts, right? What is cos?
Cos of 5 is like 0.995 or something like that.
Yeah, 996. 962.
For off the top of my head, that was pretty close.
Yes, that was very close. Yeah, so we effectively have lost 3 watts based off that, and assuming I can only get to about 98% exposure. So that's fine.
What are you talking about? You've lost?
No, because I assumed 98% exposure.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the 5 degrees. This doesn't actually matter.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a little less than 1 watt.
Yep.
All right. All right. So I'm gonna.
But you did your budget when you had 20 watts more.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm not actually worried. I mean, it's bad for analytic because you want enough battery and enough solar for Kerbalism analytic to do the thing.
So you're not going to put in an unguided insertion stage?
No, we
Okay.
we're not going to spend a year oriented wrong. Because if I have an unguided insertion stage, I have to orient to the insertion.
Sure.
Which means I can't orient to the sun.
So where are you going to get the rest of your delta V?
Because that's for circular 500 kilometer orbit.
I thought you needed 2200 for a circular 500.
Yes.
2100.
Yeah, I need 2130 for a circular 500 kilometer orbit, but if it's eccentric, then we're fine.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, which means we should be able to at least get a Phobos or a Deimos flyby, even if we can't orbit them.
Yeah.
All right, so the difference, so what's the, you look up what the Mars orbital requirement is. Mars orbit, the maximum orbit height is 140,000 kilometers. Okay, so our velocity at Perry Aries is 4626. Let's look for a circular one. Okay, so there's a difference of about 1.3 kilometers per second to go from minimum contract satisfying orbit down to 500 kilometer circular. Given that, and given that our insertion was estimated to be 2100, we have more than enough delta V for that minimal insertion.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was not suggesting anything else with that. I was wondering if you wanted more delta V to do your Ike visit or Phobos visit.
Yeah, I mean, given that we have extra performance in the upper stage, and given that I have a god-awful ton of unlock credit, then I might as well.
Phobos and Deimos, not Phobos and Ike.
Yeah, no, I knew what you meant.
Getting confused as heck.
Yeah, so we're going to have to tool a bigger tank there, and this needs to be oblong. Well, first let's see what we actually can do. So I want something like, I think 3,900 for comfort, at least in the upper, which means and let me move scale back down and just make it wider. All right, we really don't need that much electricity. All right, let's at least pretend to be a torus. And how much delta V does this give us? It's going to be wrong, but
It's going to be a lot as well.
yeah, so we're at 3892 on that stage. That's fine. How heavy is this? This is 1.4 tons, so let's go up to 1.5 here and down to, I don't know, 4,000.
Go to 2,400.
20.
I mean, you're going to orient soon after you depart. Not going to matter.
Oh, I have a better service module too.
Yep.
No, the reason for that is because of Kerbalism's analytic solar panel stuff.
Gotcha.
No, Mr. Bond, it's set to basic because we don't have the rest of these unlocked. See how they're orange? Because I didn't prioritize unlocking avionics. Because R7's strong.
Okay, you can still go under 2400 or 1000, whatever. I think you probably need another couple of thrusters too.
Oh yeah, 23 minutes? Good lord. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna do something like this. Nah, we don't need that many. 2 is plenty.
All you want is 2. There's a 3.6.
Hmm?
I said if all you want is double, then there's a 3.6 thruster.
Yep. It's not as pretty, but it'll do.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
EDMH and NTO. All right. So 12 minutes is fine because it's really only going to take about 6 minutes to insert.
Yeah.
And then we can always clean it up on additional passes. Because we're going to want to fix our plane probably. And we're going to want to align for Phobos and Deimos intercepts. So I feel like 12 minutes is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
3887 feels a little light given the vagaries of Principia. $35.87. 300 meters per second? All right, I guess. Yeah, that's actually about right. I feel like that's enough margin. That's probably fine. All right, so this thing has oodles of delta V. Let's check center of mass.
R2D2 put on weight.
Sorry?
Sorry, I was
Yes,
R2D2 put on
yes,
weight.
it definitely did.
The chonky boy now.
Yes. On the plus side, these things what's the avionics? 4 watts. Okay, it doesn't actually matter.
Oh, you could take the 5-degree tilt back out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because these are now wide enough that.
Yeah. Can do what they were originally planned to do.
Yes. Problem is I can't actually reset it.
I think that's gone too far.
Yeah, you're right. I think about there. Yep, and that's pretty good alignment. Cool. All right. Okay. Anything I'm missing? Let's see. Well, you know what? If I actually put them on here.
Yeah, it looks more reasonable. Might want to move your RCS sticks down too if you want them aligned with center of mass.
Yeah, that's what I was starting to do, but I got distracted into the solar panels.
Okay, sure. I was just
Was balancing the RCS.
trying to help with the
Yep.
checklist.
Yep. No, it is indeed helpful. Okay. So now, the relevant bit being we can, if we get another few kilograms, we go up to like 1.44 instead of 4.3. We'll get a bunch more wattage. So 30, 33, we've just gained 12 watts. We've just gained 28 watts. Yeah, this is cheap at the price. And we probably will have to rotate them slightly, so they don't poke through at the top.
Was your antenna planning for the tracking station you have or the one you're going to have?
Next one.
Yeah.
If I was planning for the tracking station I have, I wouldn't have had signal anywhere but closest approach.
Fair enough.
All right, now let's see what that did. We were at 3887, now down to 3866. That's fine. I'll accept 20 meters per second loss there, because we can always clean it up on here.
Yep.
All right, I'm happy with that. It's got a boatload of electricity. It's got good avionics. It's got a boatload of delta V. Should be fine. It's actually slightly tempting to up the dish one notch so that when we actually have all the power, we can transmit. What would that do? Makes almost no difference. Wait a minute, did I set this wrong?
Is that what wrong?
So yeah, we're planning at TL4 Mars. That's 81. That's 161. Interesting. That active power is lower. I thought I was at 100 watts before. Why am I not at 100 watts?
I thought you were 100 watts total with your experiments running. With 100
No,
watts
I remembered reading that off. So heck yes, let's double our throughput for not a whole lot of loss, and we have the power. And when we're not transmitting at full blast, we'll just transmit less, and it'll be fine. Cool. Okay, I'm happy now. Let's see if it fits in the fairings, though.
Looks like it will.
Yep, it does. Okay. Sweet. All right, so the tooling cost is 36K. That's fine. The unlock costs, unlock credit is big enough that I don't really care. That all looks good to me. Let's check, make sure we have enough delta V to get into orbit, because we did just increase our all-up mass by 800 kilograms.
Not really.
Hmm?
Because you used the same stage to launch.
Oh yeah, I launched 2 satellites, didn't I?
Yeah, you had 2 satellites before, but you also launched Lunas that had the unguided kick.
Yeah. Yeah, we have 9421 vac on the first 3 stages, so we're fine. I'm cool with that. The other thing I'm going to do, however, is you, sir, are getting upgraded. It takes 52 days. That barely changed anything because we did pretty nearly run out of RCS on that lunar mission.
Yeah, that's true.
And these are conventional tanks, but it's fine. EMH on these thrusters. Question is, so these burn 0.0284. Okay, so 0.0568. So we have 87 seconds of burn, which is approximately what we had before. It's just the thrusters are more powerful, which means I think I actually want the smaller thrusters now.
Yeah, makes sense.
They're 138s. Let's get the. Do we have 67s? I think we only have the 28s. Now we have 69. Okay. These are all the angled. Where are the non-angled ones? They're down here. Okay. Oh, I still forgot to balance the RCS. Okay, well, first let me change these to the right mixture. Yep, so now that's half. So now we're back to the original strength, just with higher specific impulse. So that's fine. And now let's balance our RCS on the probe. So wet center of mass, dry center of mass. About there.
Yeah, looks good.
Still a little high, but I think broadly correct. Yeah, that's fine.
Probably want them more for your wet center of mass because your precise maneuvering is all going to be around Earth rather than around Mars.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, we'll optimize a little more for that. I feel like it's going to be both because remember I have to do the Phobos and Deimos approaches, and those are going to be fiddly.
Okay.
And I want the orthogonal four-horn. Okay. All right. I am satisfied.
Yeah, it looks like a good rocket.
And if we tool everything, what's it actually going to be? 35 days. Perfect timing. Might not even have
You
to
can
rush.
afford it.
Sorry?
I said, and you can afford it.
Yes. All right. 36K to tool. A smart man would have simulated it. But I believe in me.
I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
don't
what you.
see any. Yeah, I don't see any issue with it. Okay, unlock. Spending more credit. We're good now. Okay. So we need to reorder this. November. Okay. That's all fine.
You need to do your tracking station upgrade.
Yeah, I probably
Let's see
need to
about that.
start it.
Yeah.
Fleets 29 January 65 because the arrival on this is no 13 September 65.
Oh yeah. Not
We
for
got
a while.
plenty of time. So I'm going to wait to start it until after I've finished building these because I need to build up the cash to get the next one rolling and roll both of them out. And finally we'll have a use for having two pads that I built for the first one and then never used.
But that Venus drama was so much fun the other way around, so I think it was
Yeah,
worth not it.
and ironically both of them worked. Like
Yeah.
even that engine that I overburned so severely.
Hmm.
That's pretty funny. This is the RD50. Yeah, that's what's going on. Um, all right, there's the Zon stuff, which we now have. Do I want to start churning through these things or not? Or I could do lunar landing so that I could actually try. Oh, but the LK is actually over here. But I was going to probably make my own can, I think. All right, so what would we be spending? 25, 32, 40, 97.
What are you aiming for?
The RDO 110.
I still think you should do the RDO 210.
Oh yeah. Right. I was gonna look into that.
The UDMH LOX upgrade is just a better engine and
Yep.
doesn't force you out of your way.
Yes, that's very fair.
It's also extremely reliable.
Yeah. Yep.
I think the only downside is that even though its mass is about the same as the one you've got right now, its thrust is much higher, so you might be getting to orbit a little bit faster than you want to, but I think it's worth increasing the size of that.
I'm having to loft pretty hard with this thing.
Yeah.
So if it takes half the time to get, if that stage burns for half the time, probably fine.
Okay.
Let me just check real quick. I mean, given that our liftoff thrust is as high as it is, I can also stretch that stage.
Yeah, it's worth stretching that stage a bit because the performance on the O210 is certainly better than the RD108. What is its rated burn time?
Only downside is that there's not going to be much lever arm on the verniers.
Yeah, since you have to do your own.
Yeah.
But when you detach, you're on an RD108, so you're pretty high by the time you're up there.
Yeah. Oh, actually, right. We can only burn it for 2 minutes and 30 seconds anyway.
That's the wrong engine.
They're the same, aren't they?
Are they?
One has gimbal and one doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah, see, this one is 574 with 2 minutes 30 at 326. This is 226, 2 minutes 30, 575. But this one has gimbal. I believe.
It also has this one has the LOX UDMH variant, the other one doesn't.
Doesn't. Oh, also it's one axis gimbal, so it doesn't actually help us. Oh yeah, the other, yeah, this one doesn't have the, yeah, okay. Nope, neither one of them has it. Either one of them has it?
It doesn't? Oh, okay. Sorry, the Mark III version, or Mark II, I thought that's where the extra, on the Mark III, the extra ISP was coming from, but maybe not.
No, I think it's just better.
Okay.
Also, they all have the same specific impulse.
Not on my screen.
We are talking about the 206, 213?
No, the 208, 210.
Okay.
Okay, and then the Mark III version of the 208, 210.
Does not have subconfigs.
Sure, but it does have a 341 ISP,
Yeah,
which is better
that's
than the.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just better though.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fine, it's just better.
Yeah. It's Proton M, and it unlocks in 1992.
Oh, damn. Sorry, I thought it was
Yeah.
an earlier unlock.
Nope. That's for
Never
Proton
mind.
M. That
It's
said,
still.
it's still the case that 325 is, I think, better than what we've got.
Yeah. Yeah, even just the
That's
210.
about the same.
Even just the 210 version is 99.8 at max reliability.
Yeah. Yeah, because this thing 326. So they're basically equivalent specific impulse, although the other one has much denser propellants. This has effectively, let's see, 575 over 2.8 times. Okay, so the other one has slightly more total impulse. It has effectively, like in burn time, converting to this, it would be 290 instead of 250.
Yep.
But we'd be paying the extra build point cost of using hypergolics.
True.
So I'm not sure that's actually worth it. Probably add a couple days to build time. Also require changing out the launch complex, which would be reasonably fast, but not super fast because it is a full stage worth of propellants. All right, well, let's look at budget's looking pretty decent. Fund target is 12,500. Estimate time 14 days. Sure. Let's go there. Okay. And now we should be able to duplicate this. Huh? Oh. Guess I underestimated how much it would cost. Like 700 or something? Try this. Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was 13 something.
Oh, I thought that was before the tooling.
No, before the tooling, it was 19 something.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's fair. All right. That's done. So yeah, I think I do maybe want to go to the RD-110 because like most of these nodes will be pretty fast to do. And this might be useful. It has two ignitions. It has 158 kilonewtons of thrust. Oh, specific impulse is not great.
No.
Yeah, so an RD-58 is just going to be better. With enough MLI, 58 is going to be better. So yeah, it's not until 65 that we get the actual relevant upgrade. So that's fairly deep. So that's what did I say? 25, 32, 57, 97, 47, 147 science. That's really not that bad and worth it for the reliability upgrade, I think. Also, it's going to be a little better performance.
Yeah, I would probably go with the 210 just to not do that much science, but fair enough. Up to you.
I mean, I'm going to have excess science.
No, I mean the research time.
Yeah, that's fair. Although it's not as long as you think because we're past the time on most of these nodes.
True. I gotta mute for just a sec.
Yep. Yeah, this also has slightly better performance too. Higher specific impulse and I think slightly higher thrust. 298 versus. That doesn't. All right. Okay, I think. I'm going to be sad to be losing a bunch of rep over the course of this. But we'll start doing far side optionals, which will give us a nice bit of confidence. Oh, there's only one of them though. After that, we have to do sample return mission. Other thing I need to check here is how's our mappers doing? They've still got plenty of wait, why is it claiming Earth space high? What happened to you? Did you get booted out of orbit of the moon? While I wasn't looking? No? You're fine. Yeah, you're still fine. Unimapper 1, where are you? You are far away from the moon now. Why are you doing this? So yeah, while I wasn't looking, this thing got booted. From the moon. Alright, so I guess I have to deal with you and put you back in lunar orbit.
You know what? I've been talking for a bit and I didn't unmute myself.
How it goes.
Yeah, you missed my Heinlein quote.
Huh.
That the moon is a harsh mistress when it booted you out, but
Alright, so in MCI, let's create a flight plan, which
guessing you need to go negative normal.
positive, surely. And then burn retrograde tangent. And increase the plan length by quite a bit.
Seems like the expensive way to do it.
Yeah.
You burn negative normal, like that's like your Earth prograde, right?
I mean, we can switch over to CI. Yeah. So negative normal is fairly close to prograde on this. Oh, oops, I want ECI. All right, now the system flipped all around. So that's yeah. So effectively, we want to. Well, if this is an ECI, what if I just burn? Oh yeah, no, you're right. Now let's look at MEO. How close do we get to the moon? Problem is, how... Yeah, honestly, I'm not super sure what to do here.
So your current orbit is, let's see, where are you on your MCI? Back to ECI or something.
Yep.
Let's see what your Earth orbit looks like.
Yeah, so it's out of plane with the moon.
Yep.
So effectively, we want to end up over here-ish in 14 days. Right?
Yeah. When you say over here, you're pointing at the top of the moon's orbit somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
Which means
yeah, I was thinking of trying to flatten your um, moon relative inclination and then kind of just meet
yeah,
the moon closer in. But yeah, maybe trying to meet it on the other side would be better.
I mean, I think that's kind of our only shot. That's in 12 days.
Yeah,
So if we
probably
give this some,
they're faster.
uh, let's, we change our plane some. That will slow down orbit a little bit.
What? Why would it?
Like it'll take us longer to get there, right?
No. If you change your plane, you're gonna have to adjust your prograde to meet the
Yeah,
moon
that's
at the
fair.
same position, and then you're still gonna take just as long to get there.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Like you're orbiting lower than the moon, so if you're gonna meet them, you're getting to get there. There's no other choice than uh, either getting there faster or trying to like go outside the moon for a bit and then come back to it. But
Yeah.
to do that, you'd have to do radial out, I guess, versus the moon. Sorry, normal out, I guess. Yeah.
I wish it would give me a... Where's planned moon? Periapsis. Oh, that's actually reasonably close. Cool. I finally got the right reference frame, so now I can see what I'm doing. Hey,
Okay.
Alex.
I guess being 2 days in front of the moon isn't too bad. It's gonna suck you in anyway.
Yeah. Right, let's twiddle these a little bit. Okay, and let's look at lunar frozen orbits. Although I'm not sure we have... Well, I mean, we'll plan it, but I'm not sure we have the energy to actually enter a low lunar orbit anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems. You'll only have 630 left.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not actually... That's... Well, we'll see, because our orbit is already fairly close to lunar orbit, so... It might not take that much to capture.
Certainly can capture. I don't think that's the issue. I don't think you'll be able to get to a low lunar orbit though. That's
all right, let me look at the linked thing from egg. Inclination and SMA and eccentricity. Okay, cool. So I can try to match this. Right, let's add a maneuver. That's at 205 kilometers. And it's in 12 days and 8 hours. 12 days, 8 hours, 33 minutes. Except not quite. Okay, this one needs to be an MCI. And let's see. So you said, yeah, 317, 944. So we can do like 600.
Yeah. I mean, it gets you pretty low, but not circular.
Oh.
Yeah,
pretty close.
Surprised.
Yeah, 600 by 200. It's pretty close. No, this, because remember, our orbit is like we left from lunar orbit, so our capture is going to be pretty cheap.
Yeah, fair. I just thought, like the moon's your velocity at periapsis is mostly from the moon dragging in, not from the excess hyperbolic, but I guess there does make a difference.
Yeah. All right, so analyze my orbit. SMA is too big. Eccentricity is 0.1. Inclination is 73. Let's look at our chart.
All right, what do you mean the SMA is too big?
So the chart, the links that I have, the highest SMA I can do is 1888 kilometers for the calculated frozen orbits.
Okay.
We might be able to do it, we might not. Let's see. Not quite. Maybe we'll get a little extra delta V in the end. Very close. Um, 0.03. Well, under halfway on this one. All right, so we actually need an inclination of About 52 degrees. Maybe 53. All right, so we're going to have to futz with the other one.
Yep.
All right, so let's try this. So that's changing where all that is. That maneuver for now.
You didn't delete it, you just minimized it.
Oh, right, of course. Yes. Do it. All right, let's play with this. All right. Nope, that's still super polar.
It's better? It looks like it's better.
Yeah, it does.
And it also made your initial maneuver a little cheaper.
Yep.
So
Let's try this. Nope, wrong way. So yeah, let's try radial then. And what if we vary the timing? The timing makes basically no difference.
yeah, waiting on the maneuver seems like it's not going to be helpful since it won't make it even harder to get in plane with the moon at the right time.
Yep. Yeah, that's not actually helping.
It seemed like if you were reducing your prograde a bit, it
Oh
was
yeah.
helping, but then combining it with more negative normal.
Yeah, so if we reduce prograde more. Yeah, that, yes, that's making a difference. I believe. Yes,
Yeah, I
yes
think
it
you've
is.
overshot. Now you're at 45 degrees inclination.
Where you see? Oh, yeah, you're right.
I'm guesstimating. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
seeing it.
Yep. Yeah, I said 53 degrees basically. I believe.
Yeah, I think that so.
All right, let's add a maneuver in MCI. Of, it's in 12 days, 3 hours, and 25 minutes. Oops. shot. Just that. All right. What is our that? Okay.
Bang on.
Yeah. 88. SMA of 1888. Come on.
Looks like you'll be missing 20 delta V according to MechJeb, but you might find that.
Yeah, but I probably will. I probably have it.
Yep. Cool.
Eccentricity of 0.07. That's not great though.
What eccentricity did you want?
Yeah, our periapsis is too close to the moon. It's 20 kilometers.
Yep.
The eccentricity needs to be like 0.03.
Okay.
For that inclination. If it's at 0.07, it's off the chart.
Okay.
0.0. No, actually, 0.07. It's at. Oh, 0.07. It's actually at like 53.5.
Well, you can adjust that initial mover a bit to raise your periapsis, and I don't know, do something to your inclination. I'm not sure which. That's lowering your inclination slightly.
Which is not great. So let's pump the inclination back up. That's up to 31 kilometers. That's better.
It'd be kind of nice if there was a handle that was like, adjust this maneuver on my current vector, rather than having to do both the orthogonal handles.
Whoops, that lowered inclination, which is not good. Oh, that's right. I was going the wrong direction. I needed to.
You needed to add prograde and lower to raise the inclination.
Yep. .06, 52.5. .06. That looks like it's bang on 53 degrees, so need a little more inclination, which means a little more prograde.
Yep, and then fix the periapsis with your normal adjustment.
Yep. So that's down to 30 kilometers. Getting closer. Oh. Oh, part of it is because I'm burning there. So what if we burn at the right place? 22 kilometers. That still feels very low.
Yeah, you need a periapsis of like 100 or something like that. If you're going to get that sort of eccentricity that you want.
I mean, oh yeah, now we're at 0.07 on eccentricity, which is 53.5. 53. Yeah, actually this is quite close, looking at it. Oh no, I wanted 0.07. Yeah, so I need to get my periapsis further out. '77 looks pretty nice.
Yep.
Inclination a little lower. Eccentricity a little higher, which means we can burn to. Let's get the right SMA. Overshot slightly.
Electricity is 0.046.
Yep, so just a little under 0.5. And 52.4. Tracing this over. Looks like it should be 52.5, maybe 52.4. So that looks about right. That looks like it's probably going to be about right.
Yeah, let's hope your engine.
Oh wait, no, I'm doing this totally wrong. I'm absolutely and totally wrong.
Oh, what's wrong?
It's not pure eccentricity. It's eccentricity times sine of the argument of periapsis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, with an argument of periapsis of 257 degrees, let's see.
Presumably that's just going to be the absolute value of that, so it doesn't change it very much.
So, sine of 90 or 270 would be 1. So that's, yeah. .97 times 472. 0.45, so yeah, that doesn't change it very much because I'm only roughly plotting out this thing.
Yeah. You don't even really know if you have the delta V to do this one.
Yeah, that still looks like it's basically 52.5 degrees.
So yeah, let's see if you did get this orbit, what happens to it after a while. Melt your computer.
Yep. All right. So let's quick save before I mess anything up. And go out to 90 days. See what happens. Maximum steps after 72 days. That looks pretty frozen to me.
Yep, looks good.
Yeah, no impacts. Lowest altitude is 41 kilometers, but that's still okay. Land is down to 45 over the 90 days. Inclination holding. Eccentricity higher, but sine of that times that brings us back to eccentricity sine 45. Yeah, okay.
Wait, I thought the land wasn't it your
Yeah, it's 707 I
Here,
thought.
yeah.
Times. Oh, yeah. Sorry, argp. You're right. I got confused. Argp is 283.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus or minus 27.
Yes. All right. So
Only thing that's weird is I thought we'd looked into the future of that Lunar Mapper 1 and didn't show us getting kicked out.
yeah,
But maybe we didn't look far enough ahead.
yeah. All right. Well, I'll take this. And it claims that we need 315 plus 661. 976. So will we get an additional 30 meters per second out of this? Maybe. I may give myself a little bit. Given that I thought the flight planner was showing that I was in a stable condition. And it seems to have not been correct.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
I'll let CMAV harangue you for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the entertainment value of you watching you get thrown around by Principia is well worth the aggravation from this end.
Look, we can literally see the moon. Why can't we just get there? Alex was saying I may be able to just burn directly towards the moon.
Thought we tried that.
Yeah,
That
I
was
thought
your
so too.
original thought, and it wasn't working too well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I may be close enough to L5 to try to make it work, but I think I'll go with this.
Yeah. Do you want to spend another hour messing with Principia?
Right.
Do that?
Exactly.
I mean, I'd be interested to see if it works, but not at the cost of like watching you goof around with handles for an hour.
Okay. That right down. All right, that's pretty good alignment. All right, do I need to rebase this and see what happens? Still fine. I think it'll still be fine. Let's do the thing. Ah, Alex, yeah, okay. So, wait, so you're proposing try to get to L5 is the trailing one, right? I think L5 is the trailing one. L4 is the leading one. Um, like try to get to L5 and then just hang out there, or what? Also, what's coming up, and is it more than? All right, so we can just sit with this as a. Oh, yeah. I think yeah, I'm being silly. You're right. I'm closer to L1 than L5. Yeah. I'm basically right at L1, or very close to it. Need to read the docs on L-frame. But let us rebase, see what we got. Not that close. So we need to get a little closer. We were at like 40 kilometers, I think. But let's try a little higher. That's in 12 days, 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Good news is MechJeb thinks you already found the extra delta V.
Yep. Back to the old orbit analyzer. 54 degrees, that's not great. Our inclination is a little high.
You should be able to fix a degree of inclination during your capture burn pretty easily.
Yeah. I was claiming like 52 and a half, right?
Yeah. Maybe not that easily.
Yeah.
That's only another 10.
Another 10 is more than I want to spend, but Alex, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, hold it L1 and then perform another transfer to them. Yeah, that's worth trying. Could have tried to do that, but this I broadly, the two of us broadly know how to do. That one, I have no idea how to do. So we overshot slightly. Okay. Now, RP is 251, still the same, so that's like 0.97. That's
Yes.
52.74. So that inclination is actually now a little low for our eccentricity.
Okay, well that's good then, because you're costing yourself 7 meters per second to get that inclination.
Yeah.
So you can undo some of that, I guess.
Yeah, so let me recalculate. 0.56. Where's this initial thing? Tell me what this very selene is. 71 kilometers. That's fine. And we're at sine of 250 degrees. Or 252, yes. Times 0.05637. Right, times 0.5637. Is 535. 535 is a hair over this. And I really wish I could print this thing out, use a ruler on it.
Where's this chart? Can you
It's pinned in the Principia channel in Discord.
Okay.
Actually, I think I've figured out kind of on a monitor. Okay, so that looks like 52.8 would be my guess. Which we're bang on. What do you know? All right, so I'm happy with that.
Okay.
All right, sure. Now I just have to orient to the sun, which is, of course, the opposite direction. Okay. And now I need to kill that. That's pretty good. And spin up. And what did that do? Rebase and see. Only the slightest of changes. So that's still fine. Eccentricity slightly higher. SMA is still the same though.
Your maneuver might not be quite on PE. Oh no, it looks close. Never mind.
Well, it needs to be a little bit before PE because this is a 2-minute burn.
Yeah, fair enough.
So we'll claim it's a minute before PE. And its timing is in 12 minutes. And that's in, well, 11 minutes. On. That's in 10. Okay. Okay, so that's only a few seconds before it actually,
Okay.
but it's probably fine. But the point is, it doesn't actually matter because what matters is this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it, yeah, let's try adjusting it slightly and see what happens. Okay, then this needs to go back out a little bit. We'll save a little more delta V, increase our SMA a little bit.
Yeah, this lowered your eccentricity significantly.
Yeah, which I'm not sure I want.
Okay, so I guess you do your burn early.
I mean, I like not getting so close to the moon.
Yep.
All right. So at 0.44, RP is now a little over. So sine of 288 degrees, 0.95 times 0.0448. That's 0.426. So let's bring out this sheet of paper. I feel like I'm playing like Silent Hunter 2 with a manual TC, like 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 the analog like printed paper for setting up torpedo shots.
So you're trying to get on this line, one of these lines of stability, right?
Yeah,
On these charts. So the thing I notice is
that's
that,
about 52 degrees now. Right?
yeah. So the thing I notice about these charts is that you can actually be negative on them, not the absolute value.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So you should be shooting for,
Oh crap, you're
like
absolutely right.
57 degrees or something like that.
Minus 0.0535. No, it's the other way around, surely.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. There is an island of stability there.
Yeah, the one that's between like 56 and 62.
Yeah, that does look like 56.8 to 57. Let's call it 57, I guess. Hopefully we have enough delta V for that.
Yeah, you may be able to do a mid-course to get the inclination you want instead of doing doing it at the periapsis.
Yeah, I guess so. Guess we kind of
Yeah.
have to because we don't have the delta V to do it.
Yep. Or to just make your life harder here.
I mean, I guess the other thing we could have done was have our initial periselene at 241 and then burn a little extra. That would have given us the positive. Because that would have flipped the argument of periapsis.
Yeah.
Should we just do that? I feel like that's actually probably the better deal.
I mean, if you can find the trajectory to get there, yeah, sure, why not?
What the trajectory to get there is just change our initial, like, bring this out some.
Oh, sorry, bring it out some. Yeah.
Yeah, and make the other side the RP, which will require another 20 meters per second, but will hopefully not have a, well, I guess it'll still probably have a binormal component.
Why,
Inclination.
why, why are you only thinking it's going to be 20 meters per second?
The difference in cost between lowering down to 240 versus lowering down to 62. I guess that's probably more than 20 meters per second.
Yeah. And also, you're going to be up at 240, so you'll have less O-berth.
Yeah, although I don't think appreciably less. All right, so that doesn't work. Alternative. Alternative, let's see how expensive it is to change inclination by a few degrees at the AN. Well, I can pour on a little bit here and then, well, let's just see what it would be at the AN. And the AN is like 20 minutes later, probably. Yeah. Ha, nailed it. Nailed it. All right. How much is this going to cost?
I think it's going to be way too expensive, but
to go to 57 degrees?
Yeah. I think it's going to be like 100 meters per second.
Yeah, you're pretty good at estimating. $75 meters per second. That's more than we can afford.
I think what you should try to do is do a course correction.
Yeah, the mid-course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So a mid-course in 6 days.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be in 6 days. You can do it relatively close to the moon to not screw up your trajectory. But yeah, gonna need to.
All right. So let's claim 10 days then. And burn a little binormal. Doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. Five meters per second puts us well underground. So, oh wait, this needs to be an ECI anyway. Pretty sure. Yeah, that flattened us out, which means it needs to be negative. Yeah, that's super cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did that do?
Changed when your periapsis captured dramatically the timing of it. I mean, enough to really screw it up.
Yeah. All right, so let's bring that back.
Other way.
Huh?
You're going around the wrong way. You're
No?
moving.
I want the periapsis basically where it was before, just
Yeah,
in the higher inclination.
Yeah, so, I mean...
So I went the right direction because they're now basically on top of each other.
What? No, your handle is like... Yeah, you're moving. There you go.
Yeah, I was moving the predicted periapsis versus the actual before I was moving the second maneuver.
Gotcha.
I'm going to assume 659 is about the same, which it seems to be. Change the timing a little bit.
That shouldn't have changed the energy too much.
Yeah, that changed the... Yeah, it didn't change the energy very much at all. We're now at 57.7 degrees, which is way too much. Eccentricity is 0.45. RP is sine of 289.1 degrees. I really should just set up an exit. Yeah, what am I doing? Okay, it's 289.1 and eccentricity is 0.0452. Okay, that's minus 0.427. What do we got? Are we past the island? Probably. Yeah, we need to be...
More eccentric.
We need to be pretty much exactly... No? Pretty much exactly 5 is 57.5. So we need to be more eccentric, yes. How much more eccentric? Let's see. So at least 0.053. Oh, but I haven't lowered my SMA yet, which will
Make you less
make our...
eccentric.
Yeah. So we need to go closer to the moon.
Yeah, that mid-course correction can do that as well.
Yep. That made it worse. What's going on here? That should have made me more eccentric.
Your SMA is higher now.
Yeah. The plant, yeah, this needs to be... So planned is 91. Actually, shoot, I need to zero this out for a sec. 92. Okay, that's better. Bring you back to there. And put this back on. Now what do we got? 58 degrees, eccentricity is 0.06. Which becomes 0.057, which is almost 0.6.
That looks like 56 degrees. No, sorry.
That looks like 57.5 to me.
Yeah, 57. Yeah, you're right.
All right, so that's pretty close now.
Yep.
So that
I
we
think
can probably tweak here as part of this burn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit of binormal there doesn't cost much, but.
Yep. Oh, no, wait a minute. We don't have the right. What's that going to do to our eccentricity? It's increasing it. Enough to matter. Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, it shifted. Yeah, that's just shifting. So the good thing about that is it's shifting. Oh no, no, it's getting closer to 57 degrees that we want.
Yeah, but it's still only like half a degree of inclination change.
Yeah, that's still going to be enough. So let's try it. Yeah, that's probably enough. A little more, because we have our eccentricity is now 626, which I think is going to come out at basically 0.6 and
Yeah, the chart is pretty steep there.
0.6 is there, which is, I want to say 57 degrees, actually.
Yeah, somewhere between 57, like 57.2.
Yeah, a little hard to tell, but all right, so a little more of this. Okay, that's fine. That's looking pretty good.
Yep. And that was only 2 meters per second more on your final maneuver,
Yeah.
so no big deal.
Yep. 1.5 actually.
Yes.
All right, so let's look at this over 90 days. Make my computer chug. Put the analyzer back up. Increase the steps. There's enough steps. Lowest altitude is 22 kilometers, which is scary, but probably okay. I mean, let's try 10. See if it goes down. Nope. Holding steady. So yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. So we ended up with goofing around with Principia for another 30 minutes.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Right. Oh, yeah, right. That's what's going on. All right, let's tweak it a little bit. I know, but
That's fine. It's your time.
yeah.
I'm just an
Well,
observer.
I have to end it pretty soon. Let's do that. And that. That lowered our eccentricity appreciably down to 547, which is concerning. Because that's only 516. 516 is very close to 0.5. Which is
I mean, now you can take some of your binormal
somewhere
out.
around 57 degrees still.
Yep.
57.2 is going to be fine. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. If anything, now you can take some of your binormal out. Because you're closer to 57.5 or even a little bit
Yeah.
higher.
Yep. All right. Let's go ahead and warp until this node. It's in 9 days. Do we have any alarms that are coming up in 9 days? I don't think so, because it's just the Mars window. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Why was time warp canceled?
Out of electric charge, something?
Probably. Oh, I bet Luna 10 problem. Big, yeah. Yep, that's why. All right. Okay. Now, okay, so we're definitely going to need to clean this up a little bit.
Be right back. 1 sec.
Yep. So what we wanted was 53 kilometers? Was that? Yeah, it was 54. That's probably still fine. Final orbit analysis. Argument of periapsis is now 316.63. I didn't notice that change. Oof. That's bad news.
Yeah. What happened?
I don't know. Oh, no, I do know. I was thrusting that way. Yes. So let's correct it a little bit.
mean, it's the fact that your burn is now at the wrong time, so it's pushing your periapsis in a very different position. But your actual periapsis, where you're doing your capture, is about the same place.
Yeah, but all right, so that's now 292. That's okay. All right. 293.4 .0544 becomes bang on 5. And that, I think, is like 57. Yeah,
58.
okay. 58?
Yeah, I think you need to take your binormal out now.
Yep, agreed.
Or even maybe go the other way.
Yep, I think we probably do need to, yeah, a little bit the other way.
Nice estimation. Yep. Now it's 58, essentially.
Nope, that's wrong. All right, that's fine. Now we get to mess it up by reorienting to the sun. Although, if we are in warp, how much juice do we have? 2 days and 8 hours. The maneuver is in 2 days and 1 hour. So the heck with it. Let's just do it.
Are you going to have comms there?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because I can orient to the sun with MechJeb.
Sure. Okay. You want to do your maneuver already?
Sorry?
I mean, don't you want to split the difference on the burn here?
No. That's when the burn starts, not...
Okay.
Yeah, that's the Principia thing. All right, you know what? Instead of manually orienting to this, I'm just gonna actually do it. Yeah, I was a couple seconds late. Hopefully it won't actually matter. Also, I might not have enough propellant either. We'll see.
I think you're going to have it.
Yeah, at 451, we're at 12. Let's look at 351. Yeah, we gain 50 meters per second, so we're fine. Yeah, the thing about this is this tells you when to start the maneuver with
Okay.
Principia. Because
Yeah.
that's where that location is.
Okay. I didn't know that. Thanks.
Yep. Yeah, Principia assumes that you will follow the trajectory it suggests over the course of the burn time, starting from the maneuver itself.
Want to be very tight.
Yep.
Looks like being late. You were late.
Yep. Being late, I screwed things up a little bit, but it's not that bad. Probably. Maybe. Oh, no, I overburned. I actually overburned slightly.
But yeah, your periapsis is massively different now,
Oh, yeah.
and you're on a crash course.
Yep. All right, that I'm going to do again. Hopefully I quick saved after the course correction. I don't have to do that again too. Yeah, I did. Cool. All right. Which means let's actually orient to the node now instead of going willy-nilly. Let's see what happens when I this. Lowest altitude 4 kilometers. Okay. Uh,
Your SMA is too high.
yeah.
And now you're arguing. Yeah.
Yeah, inclination is going to be too low. The heck did I do? Oh, it was the mech jeb alignment at the end that just screwed things up badly.
Yeah.
I wish I could
Yeah,
make it sip rather than guzzle.
that would be nice, yes. Be nice if there was a button just say to like extra slow to turn.
Yep. Okay, let's see what we got this time.
If it doesn't work this time, you should just try warping 2 days and then do like your maneuver, point at the maneuver like an hour before it rather than.
Yeah. Yep, still changed it appreciably.
Yep.
Not too badly.
SMA is still too high.
Well, the problem is the eccentricity.
Yeah. Yeah. These maneuvers have raised your periapsis somehow.
Yeah, I don't really understand it, but RP is 296.9. That's even worse. And
Your eccentricity would be higher if you corrected to the right SMA.
that would be lower.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, it would be lower. Yep.
Yeah, that's the
Which
problem.
is worse.
Yes, which is
Yeah.
worse. Yeah, that's pushed. Yeah, we're no longer in that window. How did that
Yep.
happen? It's so weird. Because, like, clearly the RCS shifted us slightly, but in a way that I can't actually, I think, correct, which is super weird.
I mean, you could correct it by goofing around with maneuver again to lower your E, but
All right, I just made it a little bit better. Whatever I just did.
yep.
If I can remember what I just did, it'd be nice. Nope, that was the wrong way. Okay, it was burning to the right, I believe. That is helping. Yep, it's helping slightly. Yeah, so we're at 295.6.
Here.
And 0.05, I think that's going to be.
Yeah, it's actually going to be a little bit higher because now your SMA is too low.
Yeah. Yep, I inverted that in my head for some reason. Yeah, 5.5.
I think that's back where we were before.
Yep, we're at 496, which is 58 degrees.
Cool.
All right, I'm happy enough with that. Well, I have to fix it a little bit first because we have to orient to the node.
No, just wait till you're close.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
screw it up.
Yeah, these are down to 30. That's not great. We started at 70.
Yeah.
So I think the actual answer is I just warp, but not until a minute out.
Yep. That's what I was suggesting.
Yeah. Yep. I just manually warp. Alex, yeah, I know I did. I turned the wrong direction, but I'd already burned some RCS, and I figured it was going to be faster to just let it lie. Okay. Hey. ECI. Why are we? Oh, yes, we're in ECI for that reason. All right, that's plenty of time.
Yeah. You're close enough now. It's not going to change anything to.
We almost have alignment. Okay. That's close enough alignment.
All right. Let's hope you get the timing on this one right.
And up the orbital analysis. And rebase. Eccentricities point. What the heck?
Because the burn is late now. If you rotate your view, you'd be able to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, even that tiny amount of shift was enough to screw us over. Amazing.
It must have happened earlier than the close maneuver you just did. So that's quite a bit of. Something must have screwed it up earlier.
Like I warped there.
I know. Before the warp, after you saved, you may not have rebased something. I don't know. It's so finicky.
Oh, you mean for some reason this maneuver
That would explain why the first time you did this, the warp, the just being a couple of seconds off was way more dramatic than it seemed.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at CI. So your hypothesis is that this is an unrebased maneuver already.
Yes.
Yes, you are correct. You are indeed correct. That's why things are screwed up.
Yeah, you did that maneuver like a minute late, not a second late.
Oh, the course correction one.
No. Remember the first time you did the capture burn and you ended up with exactly this? That was because of this. Yeah, it was the maneuver was late.
Okay. We need more eccentricity. Problem is, I don't want to be lower than 60 kilometers there. Well, first things first, let's bring the SMA down to what it should be, which will lower eccentricity too much. The problem is that argument of periapsis. That's the real problem. If we had an RP of 270, we would be in much better shape. Which we could get by raising this and then burning late. Burning early.
Late.
Late, yeah. That gives us an RPE of 270. That keeps it at about 50. Increases our eccentricity.
Yep.
Interesting. All right. So let's look at this. 269 is that, and 0.0511 is minus 0.052, which is going to be a little lower than that. So let's take out the binormal.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks about right. I'm happy with that.
Yep.
That's 268.6. All right. Let's do this. That would explain why everything was screwed up.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. Or we rebased, everything still looks pretty much correct.
Yep. Wanting to know it shouldn't change anything now.
Yep. Agree. Yeah, that didn't change anything appreciably.
Hope MechJump does its maneuver right, this burn right, and then you're at the moon.
Yep. In a nice, happy frozen orbit.
Yep.
Definitely feel like I'm getting a little better at this.
Yeah, I feel like I'm learning things too.
Yeah, like using an earlier late burn to change the argument of periapsis was
Yeah, smart.
useful correction. I assume we're going to be slightly off, but we won't be much off.
Yeah, not like before.
Yeah. Downside is I'd like a higher inclination, but that's harder to get. Or, let's see.
Yeah, you'd have to have
Oh,
less as. Go ahead.
no, no, I could have had basically no eccentricity.
Yeah.
And an 80-degree orbit, and it'd have been fine. So yeah, I'll try to do that with the other probe. It has enough delta V. Because it's in an approximately 80-degree orbit already. Just need to set my argument of periapsis correctly.
Yeah.
Cool. And I'm definitely using the highest of all these orbits. Although I guess I could have gone lower. Because it has a window of like at 77 degrees and eccentricity sine omega of 0.01. That might have been pretty nice. But this is fine. All right, let's see what we got. We got, that's close, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I think we're fine.
Let's see. Melt your computer.
Right.
Also, I think you want decent eccentricity when you do your other one, because you want to be able to be in low lunar sometimes.
Oh, is 1788 still out of low lunar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I could just barely squeak it. Oh well. At that point, yeah.
But you can still get a reasonably eccentric orbit. Well, maybe it is 17. No, you're right. Maybe it is. You're fine. 1780 is 50 kilometers up. Yeah. You can do what you were planning. I'm wrong.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I was just figuring because going down from 1888 to 1788
Yeah.
is 100 kilometers SMA, so if you take all of it from the other one, that's 140 by 50, and then we can get under 150 on both sides.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what I want to do with the other one.
Yeah.
When I no longer need far side stuff, which is only one more far side lander. All right, so now I just need to face the sun. Let's find the sun. except we're in eclipse. What happened to my RCS? There. Now the RCS is active again. Let's try to get sun again. I guess I can just let MechJeb do it.
Down to 2 meters per second.
Yeah, but RCS doesn't actually respect residuals yet, so
Fair
it's
enough.
kind of a lie. But yes, we're definitely running on empty. Yes. Let's rebase and see what that did.
Presumably nothing.
Broadly nothing. It did a little bit. I think it lowered our inclination a little bit. No, I guess that was about where we were. Yeah, alright. I think that's probably fine. But let's check. Over 90 days. We only go down to 45 kilometers. It's pretty good. Let's try 180. We still only go down to 45 kilometers.
Yeah, it looks like you hit the frozen orbit you wanted.
Yep.
Like the SMA isn't drifting much at all.
Yeah. Lower this. All right. That. Oh, let me kill the flight plan instead of having it hanging around. Okay. And we're in full sun. Occasionally, we might even be able to serve as a relay. You never know.
How? For the far side lander?
Yeah.
Oh. How would you serve as a relay?
Well, if we find the Earth, which is
I think both will be over the horizon. I guess you didn't land that close to the far side.
Yeah. Yeah, my idea is that we might just have enough altitude that we can get a slant to here and then that way.
Yeah. Okay. Might happen, yeah, a little bit.
Which one are you? You're targeted at Earth. You're targeted at, where are you targeted at? Just targeted at the moon, so let's be more precise. Target you at Luna 10. All right, that'll do. So yes, that will relay occasionally. Man, that was a slog, but I'm happy.
Okay, it was interesting. I think we were both learning things, so that's cool.
Yep.
Hopefully
Yeah.
the audience didn't tune out.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that was
we've
definitely
got 10
fun
of
to.
them.
Yeah, that was definitely fun to learn. All right, I'm gonna call it quits. Been going on for a real long time. It's super late.
Thank you for having me as always.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming
Night,
by.
Alex.
Yeah, and thank you everyone for watching. I will catch you next time. Bye.